Hello Stampers, my name is Janet Pride and today we're going to do another sheet load. I decided last time I said I was going to try to do another sheet load and I didn't know if I was going to do it or not, but I'm going to go ahead and do one. Actually I did two because I have used some retired paper to do another one, so I'll show you how to do that one at the end. But I'm going to use the same layout for July. Again, my name is Janet Pride. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I am coming to you from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And today I'm going to show you another sheet load. I just did one last Wednesday, and so this Wednesday I'm going to show you two more that I've created with this. One with retired paper and one with current paper. I believe it's current still. And then I will be done with sheet loads for July. I will be doing another card next week, Wednesday. Okay? All right, I hope you enjoy this one. Today I'm going to show you one that I created with this paper. I've been trying to do something with this paper, and I finally did. So I use some of the vases here that are filled with flowers, and I colored those. And then I've used some of these polka dot paper here for my background there on the front. Okay, so I've used a couple of these sheets in here. This is fun if you like coloring. I was able to color all of these vases here and use them in my cards. So if you really like coloring, you're sitting down watching TV maybe, and you can get some markers of your choice and you can color your cards how you like. So today I'm going to do it with some incolors. So since this is black and white, I decided to do a black and white layout. So I am using this stamp set for my sentiment, and I'm just doing all of my cards as birthday cards. So happy birthday will be my main logo, my main sentiment, and then this one, wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness, and love, will be my innie. So outie and innie. If you don't know what that means, my outie is the one that's outside, my innie is the one that's inside the card. Okay, so here are the cards I created, and I'm going to tell you what colors they are. These are the I had to do one black, of course, so I'll do that one last. I used one of these cards, one of these papers to do 6 cards. If you use one of these papers and you follow her template, you will be able to do 6 cards instead of 9. This yields 9, so you will have to use more than one 12 by 12 to yield 9. But I only did 6, so I used one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So this is my colors that I have chosen, which are the incolors. So I've done your Barely Blush, I've done Crisp Cantaloupe, and Hydrangea Hue, Peaceful Pine, and Golden Glow. Of course, I don't have all of the colors for the shimmer brushes. I've only had these 2 and this one. Have 3. So I kind of implemented for my Barely Blush and my Golden Glow. Golden Glow reminds me a lot of Bumblebee. I don't know if you remember Bumblebee, when we had Bumblebee back in the, I don't know which color log that was, but this is Bumblebee. So Bumblebee reminds me a lot of Golden Glow. So I use Bumblebee for my coloring on the Golden Glow, and then for my coloring of my Barely brush, I used the blushing Bride. I still had Stampin' markers for these 2 colors, so I used these 2, and if you have some colors that are close to it, you could try and do it that way as well. So I used Blushing Bride to color for Barely Brush today. So this is the color you'll see here, Barely Brush. So I've taken the paper I've only used one sheet. Like I said, I only used this one, the front and the back, or the back and the front, whichever one you want to say. And I cut those 6x6s, and then I did my cuttings according to her layout. So I did the flower paper on the top and the polka dot at the bottom. Then I colored the top with just the color that is being used in this card. So in this card will be Barely Blush. And so I colored the flowers Barely Blush. I colored these flowers at the top Barely Blush. And then I chose from my colors, I barely have any left here. So from my in color dots, I've chosen the colors that match each card. Okay, so this is my Barely Blush cardstock, and I've measured it at an A2 size card. I'm doing them vertical. Vertical, yes. They're going this way. And I used more of the paper and colored it in as well, and then used another dot inside. Okay, so that's the layout. And for my envelopes, I just did a strip of a 4-inch strip of one of the colors that you've chosen to use. So I just chose to use the polka dot, since I did a lot with the flowers. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is my Peaceful Pine, and again I color these with Peaceful Pine. For these, I think I used Tide, Tranquil Tide, matches a little bit with that color. So I didn't color this with Pine, Peaceful Pine. I colored it with Tranquil Tide. And all of these vases that you see water in them, I use Pool Party for the bottom part. Okay, I did not have any more of the Peaceful Pine dots, so I used some dots I had there from another package. Okay, so that's my second one here. Again, I color the inside, and I had one Peaceful Pine I put inside. Okay, then the next one is Hydrangea Hue, and I have the colors and the dots, everything. So I did this one pretty much all accurate. The cardstock, of course, is the color that I'm hosting for that one. This one is called Crisp Cantaloupe. I've colored everything, all the flowers Crisp Cantaloupe, and the inside as well. And I use my dots for that. Then here is my Golden Glow that I didn't have Golden Glow paper marker, but I used the Bumblebee, and you see it looks a lot like it. So it complements. They complement each other very well. And I color the vase and the flowers with the same color. There's Bumblebee. That's the color inside. And then I did a black and white one, because if it yields 6 cards, I had 1 extra because the ink colors is only 5. So I did a black and white one with some, this color here is lipstick, Lovely Lipstick. So you can choose any color you like, but this is the color I chose for this one. And we're doing the same thing inside. And that's the cards. So these are my in color cards using this paper. And let me tell you the name of the paper. I didn't even tell you that. Oh, sorry, the camera. Just touched the camera. Artisan Sketched Garden 12 by 12. That's the name of this paper. Artisan Sketched Garden. Okay. So that is a great package to have. And if you notice in the cards, they have this little strip here that you need to put on. So I didn't put the strip there, and I actually put the flowers there to take the place of the little strip, if you notice that. Okay, so these are my, if you want to take a picture, these are my all in colors that I used today to make our cards. And then I'm going to show you the other one I created with retired paper that you might have in your stash. And here we go. That is the 6 cards I've created with the incolors for this year, starting this year, 26-28. And of course, this one's not in color. This one's just an extra one. Okay. I love the incolors this year. They're so beautiful. So let me show you the cards I'm going to make with retired paper. I'm using a retired paper. My daughter actually gave me this for Christmas, I believe. Maybe a couple years ago. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But it's beautiful paper. Such beautiful paper. And I decided to take a piece of this paper, one of the 12 by 12s, and create 6 cards. This paper right here. I decided to create 6 cards using the front and the back. Okay? So this paper is called Winter Meadows 12 by 12. Okay? So if you have it, you can take it out and create the same thing I just did. And I'm going to show you what stamp I used today. For these, I'm going to use Lovely Arrangements and Sending Salutations are the 2 that I'm using to make the sentiments for today's cards. But of course, you can use your own sentiments, your own things that you have that you need to, that you already have, that you don't have to buy or purchase anything, okay? So I'm going to use Garden Green for my sentiment today. I am using the color that I have never used, Blueberry Bushel. Okay, so this is Blueberry Bushel. So I'm going to put in the card that goes inside. Oh, my glue is laying down, so hopefully it'll come down. I'm going to put the glue on the back here, so it'll go inside my card. And by the way, if you're in the Chattanooga area, I am starting a class once a month. You can join my class. I can send you information on it if you'd like some information, if you're in the area. If you're not, then of course, no worries. But we will start this Sunday. And I wanted to make sure if you're in the area to come and join us. It's going to be very much fun. And I would love to see and meet my people that are watching me every day, every week. So, and part of my nails, I need to get my nails done, right? Doesn't look right. Okay. So we're going to use this paper. This is the back of it is that, and the front is this. So I'm going to put the front on the top, and then the back is going to the bottom. Okay. So those are the 2 colors. There's going to be in the front of the card. I think I need to get some more glue. So this one is running really thin. Okay. And I'm going to kind of centralize it here on the A2 size card. Get this one out so I don't get confused. And then get some glue for this one. It's actually putting glue. I just, with the pattern paper, I couldn't see it really well, but it is putting glue on there. Okay, so we'll do this one here to the front. And we're going to do our matting here for our card. Let me do our sentiment first, make sure it looks really nice. So I am also doing another birthday card. So this one is going in the front to a marvelous person on their birthday. And I need to start making a stash for babies. I need to start making a stash for weddings. I've had so many requests and I need to get started with those. So I might be coming back with some wedding cards, some baby cards, and things like that. Okay, so that can go there. And then we'll get the next one and put it here. Yeah, maybe even sympathy cards. I need to do all of those. And then in the inside of these, let's do our Amy, which is, I hope all things wonderful are headed your way. And then I chose a happy birthday stamp for the bottom. Okay. Leave it here for a minute. Get my happy birthday stamp, Stampin', and take this off. And I'll put a happy birthday right in the middle. Okay. So that's the inside. And then let's do our next one. The inside will be the same sentiment. Inside. And then happy birthday. Okay, so we're done with stamping. Put these on the side. Let's close our stamp, our ink. And we can put these now on our card. So I'm going to do the top, glue the top, and then let's glue the bottom. And we should be almost done. Okay, and that's the top. And then let's do the bottom. This is the one I can't barely see because of the pattern, but there is glue going on here, I promise. Okay, and we'll put this one at the bottom, right flush to that top one. Okay, then I have these that I'm going to put on my cards. I'm going to put it on the side here, like to hide that hem. And you can put it on there, or you don't have to. I actually embossed this with the Forever Played 3D folder, this one. I embossed these strips here. This is not in the, it's not in the callmecraftyal's ideas, but I added it to it. And I think we can add some things to it if you want to. You make it your own, right? So you can always add something to it. Let me do our envelope. Our envelope, I already did one and I forgot to do the other one. So let me put some glue here. I can get the glue to come down. Time to get some new glue. I've been laying it to the side, and so it's not wanting to cooperate. Let's see. Put some glue. Here we go. So I'm going to put this flush to the top here. Flush to the top. And then I'm going to do the next one, flush to the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to be using this Tranquil Tide marker. You could use any marker you like, but I'm just doing 3 lines, 1, 2, and 3. So that's the outside envelope. 2 envelopes for our cards. Then we have this for our card. And I'm going to put the little side things here to the side, one side, and then the other one to the other side. Kind of centralized there in the middle. Okay. And then we're going to glue our little sentiment cards to our front here. Well, let's put it like this. There you go. Like I said, all the measurements are on her layout. So if you need the measurements, that's where you would go to get those, okay? These little strips that are not in her layout, they are 2 inches by 3/4 or 7.75, whichever, however you do your measurements, inches. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these little strips. This is the one she was recommending that we put on. So they're actually the same size as this. These little strips are the same size as that. And I think you have to cut them out there on the end. So this one will use this one, and this one will use this one. And we'll put them right to the edge here. But we're gonna leave like a little area here so we can see the little white part. So I still have my bow punch. I wish we had a Sprague's punch still, but this is an old retired, since I'm using retired stuff, I'll use my bow punch. So what I did, or you can use any dies that you might have. So I'm going to be putting these here on my little rectangle that's going in the front. So I'll do 1 and 2, and I was also thinking you could do vellum here. If you wanted to do 3 of them, you could do a vellum, and then you could do 2. This color is garden green, and then 2 garden greens, or whatever color you want to use, just to make it fuller. Okay, and then I'm going to use some glue dots here to decorate my card, to put a bow. I'm going to put a little tiny bow made with this ribbon, the garden green ribbon, this one. It's like a chevron. So I'll use that to hold my bow. I'm putting 3 of these mini dots. If you have the regular dots, you might not need to put as many, but I'm using these from my paper pumpkins, which I always have enough, which is awesome. Okay, so I already made my little bows. So you make your little bow, and then you press it onto your card. Take the little sticky white off, and then you press this one to it, like so. You can put flowers here if you like, whatever fits your fancy, right? That you have at your home. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on these. So let's see, we're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we can put this in the center of our card, right? So it will be our sentiment, and then all we need to do is embellish. And we'll have our card ready to go. And then I'll show you all the ones I already made. They all look the same, of course, so there won't be as much difference than this one. So we're going to centralize this to the middle and press. Centralize, I'm not sure if that was in the middle. Looks a little crooked, I'm sorry. Let's see. In the middle? Okay. Now we can put some decorations on here. I'm going to use some old dimensionals I need to get rid of. I need to get rid of so much stuff. So I'm just not sure if I like that too well, so let's try another color. What about this green? This is the green I used in the earlier one. No, I'm not doing that. Let's see. What about this one? Let me try this one. Put one here, and one here. Okay, so here is our 2 cards we created today. And then I'm going to show you the ones I created before I came on here. So let's put on some decorations here. A little bit of bling bling. Something to pop out and look cute. There. These are thank you ones. Okay. For this one, I'm going to do 3 here in the bottom. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then let's see, for this one, let's do the 3 in the top. And let's do them bigger. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So here we go. We have some examples of these beautiful layouts that we have gotten for the month of July for our cards. And this is the second layout. So what I did for the envelope, I used, again, I embossed the blueberry bushel with the folder here, embossing folder, forever played. Okay, and then I cut them in 2s by 3/4. I embellished the front of it, and I did 3 dashes with my marker for decoration in the front. Okay, so that's what I did. I had a little strip left, so on this one I decorated like this, and some of them I just did a whole strip, and then in some of them I did the same thing I did on the envelope. Okay, on these envelopes I did the actual paper, pattern paper with the dashes. So you can mix and match it however you like. All right, so that's my 3rd sheet loads this month. I really enjoyed that layout, and really wanted to make a lot of cards. Was inspired to make a lot of cards. So hopefully next week I'll have something else that we can create for maybe a baby's card or a sympathy card or something like that. Okay, I think last week I did a sheet loads with for masculine. So if you haven't watched that one, you can go back and watch that one. That one would be good to look at. I might do, you see the stitches here, I might do the stitches on all of these once we get offline, so I can have them ready to go. Okay, if you're not sure how to do the stitches, I'm going to show you with this. This is blueberry bushel marker. I have a lot of the markers still, so if you don't have the markers, then use your whatever colors are closer to that, or if you have the blends, you can also use the blends. The blends have a thin tip. You could use that thin tip if you like, instead of the brush side to do it. So in these I'm doing the little dashes only at the top of the white section there and at the bottom. So you can do whatever you like for your little dashes to give it a little pop. And they don't all have to be the same. Of course, these are handmade cards, so they're all going to be different, a little different here and there, and that's okay. But this is how I do my dashes. Keep my hand steady to do them. And then it gives it like a little fuller look. Like it fills the whole card up. In my other one, I did the dashes that I did last week. I did the dashes at the bottom, this bottom part here, which was a little different. So you can change it up or keep it the same, however you like to see it. But these are the Sheetloads for July 2026. Please share my video and show others that like to craft what they can create with this layout. If you want the layout, like I've said before, you need to go to callmecraftyal's YouTube channel and become a member, and then you can download this Sheetload every month when she puts them out on the 1st of the month. Okay, make sure you do your hashtags so that we can find you, or she can find you. Anytime you plug this hashtag, you should be able to see all of the July 2026 Sheetloads for that month. And then you can look and see other different layouts and see which one you like the best. Okay, thank you so much for coming by. Remember my challenge. I just reached 400 subscribers. If you like to get a free gift this month, all that you need to do is place an order of $15 or more, and I will send you where are the dots? Oh, here they are. I will send you these as a gift because I just made it to 400 subscribers. I'm so excited. If you know anybody who likes to do cards, please let them know to subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,000, of course. So that's my challenge. So these are the adhesive backed mini Christmas buttons. They're so cute. I'll be using those hopefully for Christmas when I get my Christmas items. But this is for now my gift to you if you place an order. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Chattanooga area or at all, and you'd like to join my club, you may do that by going to my link below and joining my group. And then we'll be able to create every week. I come here to create with you all and enjoy some crafting together. All right, have a great day. Take care. See you next Wednesday. Bye.